Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my second Halloween makeup tutorial of 2018. I always like to incorporate something Disney for my Halloween looks, and this year I knew I wanted to do a princess. So in my case, I am Belle, who got attacked by the beast and infected with his blood. I know it's dark, I know it's morbid, but it's Halloween! I had a lot of fun creating it for you guys. It was actually easier than my Lady Thanos one, and if you haven't seen it, I will link it in my description box down below. If you want to be a princess, or a dead princess, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button down below, and that notification bell while you are at it, and let's go ahead and get started. Starting with the left side of my face, with the Jaclyn Hill x Morphe Armed and Gorgeous palette, using Access as the first transition shade, just that back and forth motion. Deepening it with Secure, just going right over that shadow. We're going to be building this crease up. And then Agent on top of those two shadows, same area. And I'm using a new MAC 217 brush. Finally, I've been holding on to my last one for the longest time. Then packing on Classified with a flat brush all over the lid. I thought this shadow was perfect. It screamed Belle to me. I'm taking that shadow up to the crease and then blending it out with a crease brush. Darkening the outer C of my eye with Prowl, and I really want to round this shadow out. So I'm using a small fluffy pencil brush. Blending the edges out with MAC's Wedge shadow as always. And if you blend a little too much, just go back in with that original crease brush. Then highlighting the brow bone with VIP. I love the shimmer in this shadow. I'm going to line my eyes with the Makeup Geek Corrupt shadow and then add mascara before moving on to the other side. I'm using a mascara that's made by Maybelline, but it's only from Japan or Thailand. That's the only place that I can get them from, so I order it online, but I love it because it's a comb on. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill x Morphe Ring the Alarm palette with the shadow Alert. I'm sweeping this all over the crease, not being precise at all. The more blown out, the better. And then I'm taking Bomb Ass all over my lid, really spreading that up into the crease. And to blend out the harsh line, going back in with Alert over that crease. I low-key love the blend of this side of the eye. MAC's Wedge shadow around the edges, just like the other eye. And then use any kind of matte white shadow to highlight that brow bone. Line the lash line with black shadow, using Makeup Geek's Corrupt shadow as always. And again, mascara. I'm going to fill in my brows a bit, not fully, but I do finish the brows later on. I already primed my face, and I'm using the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in Fiji. I want to have that flawless face because we are still a princess. With Maybelline's Age Rewind, I'm concealing down my nose and left side only, blending that out, and I'm not going to conceal the right side, and you'll see why in a bit. Then setting everything with my favorite Too Faced Peach Perfect loose powder all over the face. For the lower lash line, I'm first taking the shade Secure as the first transition shade. And then Agent on top for some dimension. And adding Classified to that inner part of the lower lash line to tie it all together. Of course, I'm highlighting that inner corner with VIP. And then I'm using the Maybelline Big Shot Waterproof Mascara for my lower lashes. Set them brows, girl. Just the left one. For the other eye, I'm using Bomb Ass all over the lower lash line. I'm using a big fluffy brush because this can be brought down as far as you want. Then I added Gem from the Bling Boss palette to give that sort of sick look. With MAC's Blacktrack and a thin detail brush, I'm drawing these veins I'll call them that. I'm being very light-handed because I don't want this to be super dark. I'm adding more squiggles between each vein. I just want it to be like the beast slightly infected my face. And then with red lipstick, I'm adding more detail around them, kind of like veins also. You can use paint or fake blood, but I thought that most of you will have red lipstick, so definitely make do with what you have already. I then decided the top lid needed a dark shadow, so I applied Corrupt on the outer part. Contouring my left side with Hoola bronzer. I can't let go of this bronzer, you guys. No matter how many other ones I try to find to test out, I still go back to this. Adding a lot of blush because I really want that youthful, vibrant princess look. And of course, highlighting with my fave Bathe highlight from Dose of Colors. And then I wanted to add more black shadow on the lower lash line and smoke it out some more. I just think it needed that darkness. And then I took the same black shadow, used it as my contour. But be careful with the brush that you use because I messed up at first and then found out that a duo fiber brush works perfectly. Don't forget that jawline. Adding top lashes, these are the Andrea 92 lashes, and the bottom ones are the House of Lashes Precious Lashes. So many lashes in one sentence. Popped in a sort of dead/zombie contact because it's only fitting, and onto the slashes on my face. I used the clear 3rd degree silicone molding compound. I actually use this in my Jaclyn makeup tutorial, which I will link down below. I give a more in-depth tutorial on how to mix the substances together. I'm just using the end of my brow pencil to apply it because it's a nice pointy applicator. So while the substance is still sticky, I'm shaping the slash onto my face and then layering it. You definitely want to do 2 to 3 layers for that raised effect. And then lightly dab on a sponge to cut the shine of the 3rd degree. Then set it with loose translucent powder to really mattify it. Doing the same process, I added 4 slashes, but you could always add more, and then filling in those gaps with red lipstick. For a more realistic wound, I mixed a dark red and black lipstick and applied this to the edges of the 3rd degree, as you can see. And then, with an alcohol-soaked Q-tip, I dabbed into red lipstick and applied it around all the wounds. It's all coming together. I dabbed the alcohol-dampened sponge onto the lipstick and then onto my skin around the 3rd degree. I don't know if that makes sense, but you can see what I'm doing here. Line your lips with red lip liner. I used Kat Von D's Lolita and then used that same alcohol dampened sponge with lipstick to sort of smudge the right side of my lip. You don't want to inhale this or lick your lips anytime during this because it's not safe, so be super careful. But I love the effect it gave. Then finally, the blood. I got this from Party City and I'm applying it to the inside of the wounds. This is what really made it look like a real wound. Then I last minute decided I wanted to give her a bloody brow, so I applied the blood with a brush all over, then did the dabbing technique with the sponge / Q-tip and alcohol again, but this time for the Q-tip I decided to use some black lipstick to darken the bloody effect a little bit. I changed my left side of my lip to a more pink princess color, so I'm using the Kylie Cosmetics Head Over Heels liquid lipstick, and then I topped it with the Fenty Diamond Milk Gloss Balm. I felt like I lost some of the veins, so I just darkened them up with more Blacktrack liner. I also popped on the same top and bottom lashes as my left eye. And yes, this is Beasted Beauty. I mean, how realistic do these slashes look? Build higher walls around me, change every lock and key. Let me know if you get the reference. But I do love this look so much, I might even be Belle next year. Maybe. And we are done! Yes, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button down below and that notification bell while you are at it. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.